Alright, so this is going to be part 2 of the test review. Picking up at number 13. Let's get started. Alright, number 13. Right here, it says state which type of Conics section is represented by the equation, and then I'm sure we gotta write it in standard form. Awesome. So just looking at this, guys, I can tell you we're gonna have to complete the square, and we're also going to have to. This is a hyperbola. Alright, and this hyperbola, here's how I know. See how this first term is squared? We have an x squared, and we also have a y squared, but one of them is negative. Alright, that tells me it's a hyperbola. Alright. So now, how do I complete the square of this hyperbola? Well, let's take a look. First, we need to group all the x terms and the y terms and move the constants to the other side, like so. 25x squared plus 50x. Alright. And then we have minus. Well, I want to go plus. The reason I'm going to do plus is, ooh, I didn't want to do all that. I'm going to do a plus. Because I'm going to group the negative 9y squared minus 144y equals 776. I move this to the other side so it's no longer negative, it's positive. Alright, add it over. So now right here I'm going to factor out the GCF. Alright, the GCF in this first set is going to be 25. So I'm left with x squared plus 2x plus a space. Alright, and I'm putting a space there because I got to complete the square. Right here I'm going to factor out a negative 9. So I have y squared minus, let's see, what's 144 divided by 9? 16. So minus 16 y plus a space. Actually, it's going to be positive 16 because I factored out a negative. So that becomes positive. Equals 776 plus plus 25 times the space. Alright, plus or minus 9 times the space. There we go. Minus 9 times the space. Alright. So now let's fill in our spaces. Right here, we got to do, remember, b divided by 2 squared. Alright. So b right here would be 2. So 2 divided by 2 would be 1, and 1 squared is 1. Alright. And right here, and notice I put it over here too, right? So 25 times 1. And then right here, 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 squared is 64. So I gotta put 64 right here too, right? 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 squared is 64, right? Now over here, we're going to simplify this. So 25 times x, b divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So x plus 1 squared. Right here, we're going to 16 divided by 2 is 8. So y plus 8 squared. And now right here we do the math on this. So 776 plus 25 times 1 minus 9 times 64. That's 225. Alright, that's 225. This, all of that is 225. So now I want to divide both sides by 225. Alright, so this will give me x plus 1 squared over. And if you just need to do it in your calculator and just put 25 over 225, you get 1/9. Alright. For this one, 9 over 25 is 25. So 1 plus 8 and it equals 1. And that's how I know it's a hyperbola. Right there, there's our standard equation. Alright, negative 9 over 225 is negative 1/25. Anyway, there's your standard equation, and we stated that it was a hyperbola. Hyperbola, right there. Alright, and then there's your standard equation, right there. Alright, for this next one here, let's see what we got here. X squared, y squared, so that tells me it's an ellipse, or a circle, or hyperbola. But because it's positive, the y is positive, this is going to be an ellipse. Alright. So it's an ellipse. Alright, because again, they're both positive. Now, completing the square. So group the x's and the y's. Plus y squared minus 14y equals negative 292 with the side side. Now factor out 81. Alright, so factor out 81. X squared minus 4x. Alright, here, let's go ahead and put my space minus 4x plus a space. Right here, this is already 1, so there's nothing to factor out, guys. So I'm just going to actually factor out 1. Y squared minus 14y plus a space equals negative 292 plus 81 times the space plus 1 times the space. That way we stay consistent. So now, b divided by 2 squared gives me negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. Alright, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Alright, over here, we're going to have y squared minus 14y. Oh, negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. Negative 7 squared is 49. Right, like that. So that's going to give me 1 times y minus 7 squared. And over here, if I do the math on all that, let me see, negative 292 plus 81 times 4 plus 49. That gives me 81. So now we're going to divide both sides by 81. Oops. And that reduces to x minus 2 squared over 1. Because 81 over 81 is 1. This just gives me y minus 7 squared over 81. And it equals 1. There's your ellipse right there. Alright, and again, man, all you gotta do is grab that equation if you needed to. You see that, hey man, same thing as the one above. Same exact thing as the one above. Alright, 15. Alright, for this one, this is a parabola. Alright, and I know that because there's only one square value. Alright. So for completing the square on this one, I'm just going to put the y terms together. And I'm going to move everything else to the other side. So 140 minus 24x. Now complete the square. So it's still using b divided by 2 squared. Let me change colors. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. So So plus 4 on this side too. Gotta add space on both sides. Then we factor that. That's y minus 2 squared, because negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. And over here, 144 minus 24x. So now, just to put this in standard form, we're going to factor out the greatest common factor over here. Alright. So I'm going to take out 24. Alright. So you have minus 2 squared equals 24 times, that'd be, well, I'm going to factor out negative 24. So that'll leave me with a positive x minus 6 right there. It's negative 24 times negative 6 is positive 24. There we go, that's standard equation. Alright, and then right here, this one has an x squared and a y squared, but because those are the same coefficient, leading coefficients, this is going to be a circle. Alright, so completing the square, group the x terms. And then move the constants to the side. Factor out of 2. Oops, 14. Oops, one more thing, plus my space. And then over here, factor out of 2, so plus 2. Y squared minus 6y plus a space equals negative 18 times negative 18 plus 2 times the space plus 2 times another space. Alright. Now here we go. 14 divided by b divided by 2 squared. Can't forget that, right? So 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 squared is 49. So put 49. And then negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. So put 9. Also, let's factor this one. We have x plus 7 squared. And then over here, we have y minus 3 squared, because negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And right here we have negative 18 plus 98 plus 2 times 49, which is 98, plus 18. And that's 98. That equals 98, right? Yeah, equals 98. Yeah, because that's 18, negative 18 is 98. And then just divide everything by 98. Oh, actually, no, I'm tripping on a circle. That's not what you do with a circle. Because of the circle, you don't want to have any denominators on this left side. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Everything by 2. So that leaves me with x plus 7 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 49. So there we go. H, K, R squared, really. So R will be 7. There's our equation of a circle right there. Alright, so I might actually write it up here. X plus 7 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 49. Alright, now 17. Where's the period of the graph shown? Identify the midline. Man, we did this stuff for a long time, but you know why it's here? Because it's on the unit. It's on the final exam, that's why. So, yeah, man, way to spiral that back. Pre-cal. Whoa, good job. Midline. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, period, right? So if I started right here, went here, right? Well, we can say this is one cycle of cosine, right? So, how wide would this be from 0 to pi? So the period here is pi. Alright. If you started here at sine, that's still a distance of pi. Right, if I started right there. One distance. So from 1/4 to 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 5 power 4. Alright, but if you use cosine, you'll see this is a distance of 1 pi. Anyway, what is the period of the graph shown? Got it, pi. Alright, identify the midline and amplitude. Well, the midline would be the middle of this thing. So this is the low, 4, and then this is the high, 2. Then what's that distance? Right? Wait, yeah. So if that's 2 and 4, that's a distance of 6. So the midline is actually right here at -1. Oh, damn it. That there. Let's delete that. Then let's move this up right there. There's the midline. So the midline's at -1. So if the midline's at -1, right? Then that means the amplitude is 1, 2, 3. The amplitude is 3. Oh, amplitude is 3. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright. In component form, solve 2u plus v. Alright, so 2 times u. Wait, I don't want that so thick. 2u plus v. So first of all, I'm going to distribute that. Now I'll just do the first term with the first term. Alright, so 2 plus 2 is, or 2 plus a -2 is 0. And -4 plus 8 is 4. There we go. Alright, solve -w plus 3v and put your answers in linear combination. So linear combination would be ai plus bj. Alright. Alright. Let's see here. So -3, 1 plus 3 times v. So distribute that. Right? -3, -1. Distribute that 3. Right? So -3 plus -6 is -9. And -1 plus 24 is 23. So linear combination, this would be -9i plus 23j. Linear combination. Put that together, so on the solution key. Alright, right here. Show geometrically the equation and the resultant of 2w minus v. Alright, first all I'm going to do is algebraically, and hopefully this makes sense, 2w. So 2, what was w? 3, 1. Minus v. V is -2h. Alright. Don't distribute this negative. That's the operation sign. Alright, we'll distribute this 2, so 6, 2. Alright, Alright, so what we have here is 6 minus a negative 2, which means 6 plus 2. So that's going to be 8. And then right here, 2 minus 8 is going to be negative 6. So this thing's got to go right 8, down 6. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Not that small, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna start right here. Oh, excuse me. So W was 3, 1. So I'm gonna start here. So I'm gonna go right 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1, right there, right? So this first point goes like this. Right? Then it's 2 of them. So I'm gonna go right 3 again. 1, 2, 3, up 1. Like that. So starting here, I go again. Y'all see that? Now this point right here is going to go negative 2, 8. So you got to do the opposite. So instead of going left 2, you're going to go right 2. So 1, 2, and then instead of going up 8, you got to go down 8 because of the negative. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we should end right there. Oops. Gotta recount that. So 1 from here now. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. So this next line we'll do this. Now, think about the conclusion. Alright? Here's the conclusion. I don't want that. Another color. The conclusion we said was 8 right, down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's if I started from here. Right, again. 1 from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 6. So there it is, right there. That's the vector. Oh, we'll label the vector in this resultant. So W, W, V, or minus V. We'll say that. Negative V, right there. Alright, and then that green line is 2W minus V. Alright, 21. Let's see. Oh, this is the last problem too of the whole review, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, last one. Alright. Something about a matrix, let's find out. Alright, Mayberry, Woodbury, and Huckleberry High Schools competed in a track meet. Number winners for first place, second place, and third place are shown on the matrix for each school. The points for placing first are 5. Second is 3, and third is 2. Put the values in the 1x3 matrix and find the total score for each school. Alright, so first of all, let's put this in the matrix. A 1x3. Alright, which means 1 row, 3 columns. So 5, 3, and 2. By the way, this is a 3x3. So how you have to multiply this is this one times this one. Like that, because 1x3 times a 3x3 will give us a 1x3. Alright, is our answer. So let's see what that's going to be. If I multiply that, alright, and again, this is something you just punch in the calculator, so whole time. So when I did it, right, that matrix times that matrix, I got 34, 31, and 32, right? So hopefully you check that. That should be what you have. So remember, oops, I almost did that wrong. We have Mayberry, Woodbury, and Huckleberry. So it said, who wins the meet? Well, 34 is the highest score. So Mayberry wins with the score of 34. Alright. Hey, yo, that concludes this video. Alright, this is under 30 minutes, so I could have added to the other one, actually, or I could have took some off of it and put it on this one. But, hey, I'm good with it. Hey, I hope this helps you, and I will catch you later.